This week's meditation is about honoring your body. I bet that got you sitting up and thinking, what's she on about now? I thought this was supposed to be the spiritual practice of meditation. What's it got to do with our bodies? Hang in there. What comes to mind when we talk about honoring your body? A sinking feeling because you don't look like a supermodel or sport a six-pack? Wrong. God created us, and, to use a favorite quote of mine by Charlie Brown, I know I'm somebody, 'cause God don't make no junk. It's not just Charlie Brown, it's God. He says in Psalm 139:14, you are fearfully and wonderfully made. He created you unique and special, and He delights in you. He delights in you so much and wants to be with you that He actually inhabits your body. We are God's temple. I find that extraordinary and amazing that God's Holy Spirit wants to abide in us. It just shows how infinitely beloved and precious we are. We are His prized possession, and prized possessions are something you take care of. Yet, for some of us, taking care of our bodies doesn't sound biblical, and yet it is. We are told to honor God with our bodies. Do you not know that your bodies are temples of the Holy Spirit, who is in you, whom you have received from God? You are not your own. You were bought at a price. Therefore, honor God with your bodies. That scripture is from 1 Corinthians 6:19 and 20. God gave His dear only Son to love human beings He treasures and adores. One of the greatest gifts we have, next to Jesus, is ourselves. We are gifts of God. His Spirit lives in us, and His divine love takes up residence in our bodies. When you honor and value yourself, you are honoring God because you are His creation, a beautiful reflection of Him. Stephanie Paulsall says, the Christian practice of honoring the body is born of the confidence that our bodies are made in the image of God's own goodness. As the place where the divine presence dwells, our bodies are worthy of care and blessing. It is through our bodies we partake in God's activity in the world. Self-care is not about self-centeredness. Self-care can be a spiritual act of worship. Paul the Apostle says that spiritual act of worship happens in our bodies. When writing in Romans 12:1 and 2, he says, therefore I urge you, brothers and sisters, in view of God's mercy, to offer your bodies as a living sacrifice, holy and pleasing to God. This is your true and proper worship. Your body is a tremendous gift that God lends to you so that you can use it for His glory. Parker Palmer writes in his book, Let Your Life Speak, self-care is never a selfish act. It is simply good stewardship of the only gift I have, the gift I was put on earth to offer others, myself. When we pay attention to our bodies, they tell us the truth about ourselves. So listen to your body. Have you been feeling tired, lethargic, or depressed of late? I'm not surprised. We are all facing situations we have never faced before, and it's draining us of our energy and enthusiasm for life because we are having to develop new coping skills to deal with these unusual circumstances, and it's draining us. Our bodies are sending us these messages as a warning. and we need to take them seriously. Self-care is not a selfish act. Listen to and respect your body. Respecting our bodies, including our limitations, is a way God communicates His counsel and His will to us. Our tiredness reveals that we are not infinite beings. We need boundaries. We need rest. We need to say no as well as yes. Your body lets you know how compulsive you can be about work. Your neck aches and your vision blurs. You've been staring at that screen for so long. You have a persistent headache that doesn't go away. Your stomach is playing up and you keep getting cramps. Our bodies have much to tell us, if only we could figure out how to listen. Often our body is the first to know if we are overcommitted, stressed, anxious, happy, or sad. Our body also tells us when we need to attend to something that is causing us pain or disease. After all, it is our body that tells us if we are at risk from catching COVID-19. When I honor my body by listening to tension, discomfort, joy, or wonder, asking, now what's this about? Often God speaks with truth and insight. So here are some tips. Eat when you're hungry. Reset when you're tired. Relax when you're stressed. Step back when you're overwhelmed. Listen to your body's whispers so you don't have to hear it scream. One of the ways we can practice self-care is by healthy eating. We must take care while we are sheltering at home that we don't binge eat on unhealthy snacks because we're bored. Opportunity to hone your cooking skills with healthy recipes and to involve the family as you have fun preparing meals together. The government have been very good at encouraging us to exercise at this time. Not only is exercise good for our bodies, but it's good for our mental and emotional well-being as well. We can all enjoy a gentle walk if we're not great runners or cyclists, and there are plenty of apps that will keep us exercising at home if we can't get out. Kids love to run around, and we can learn from them. And don't forget to rest. We don't just need a Sabbath rest, but we must make sure we are getting a good night's sleep every night, or our bodies simply won't function properly. So to end, honor the physical temple that houses you by eating healthfully, exercising, listening to your body's needs, and treating it with dignity and love.